Welcome to my latest Warhammer 40k battle report. This time, the Space Marine chapter, who are the servants of the High Lords of Terror, the Minotaurs. They're coming to town and they're taking on the Orks and Murphy's War. First up, I think this table looks awesome. The battle mat is from urbanmats.com and all of these buildings are from urbanmats.com. Thank you, urbanmats.com. And then you've got the bunkers and these things, the barricades and the statue in the middle. That's from marchofwar.co.uk. And we welcome back to the channel Brapscallion. Say hi, Brapscallion.
Richa, I'm back. It's been ages.
It's been ages. I love your Minotaurs. They're gorgeous.
I love you too.
If people want to find pictures of your Minotaurs, where do they go?
Just look in skips, bins, things like that. Or you just go on my Instagram, Brapscallion40k.
Brapscallion40k.
There.
How many points are we playing today?
It's 2,235. Exact tournament-specific numbers. You're going to see why in a minute. I brought a really cool list, so I think it's cool. Hope you do too. It's been too long. Hello, YouTube.
So let's have a look at your swanky list. And the reason why we're doing 2, 2, 3, 5. You've bought 2 Land Raiders, a Spartan, and 6 units of Terminators long.
So basically, right?
It's beautiful.
Thank you. This is the culmination. I always loved Terminators.
Yes.
And I've wanted every single suit of Terminator armour that GW does, and some that they don't do.
Right.
So this is all the Terminators I've got.
Okay.
And with some appropriate transports. So when the Leviathan box came out, the new Terminator sculpts, that weirdly enough, just normal Terminators, the last squad I had left to collect.
Okay.
So I finished them up and I thought, come and see my good old pal Winters, and we'll have a dust up and play with all my Terminators. So that's why it's a super weird points amount, because it's just what I had. I thought this was appropriate. So
yes,
we've got Captain Torvius right at the front, the new Terminator Captain. What a beautiful sculpt, so much fun to paint. This is his first time on the table, so hopefully he won't die.
New model syndrome.
Don't say that, Winters. Don't say that, Winters. So he's got a captain, just normal, no enhancements, nothing like that. I want to see how he does. Hopefully he'll learn his name today. We've got a Space Marine Librarian in Terminator armour.
Yep.
We've got a Chaplain in Terminator armour.
Yep.
And then we've got 6 squads of Terminators. Now there's going to be Relic Terminator squads.
Okay.
So the Relic Terminator squads are these. These are Saturnine Terminators. Some amazing third-party sculpts because GW don't do them.
Where are they from?
I don't know. I got them in like a job lot and they were just in a box.
Right.
And I loved them, so I painted them up. And
They
I
are
think
beautiful.
They're cool, aren't they? Look at the little heads.
Yeah.
Tiny little heads, like me. So they're Relic Terminators.
Yeah.
We've got both the older Cataphracti and Tartarus.
Yeah.
They're going to be classed as Relic Terminator squads today. They're a Legends choice, but you know, legends play legends, as they say.
Yes.
So I brought them. We've got a Heavy Flamer, a Reaper Autocannon, a Plasma Blaster, a Power Sword.
Okay.
We have 2 Assault Terminator squads. So one here. With my spears, I class them as Thunderhammers, so they've got Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Nice and easy. And then we've also got another different super cool sculpt. I call this Argonaut armour.
Right, where'd you get them from?
I got these from James March at March of War. I don't know if he does them anymore.
Okay.
But he hooked me up with these. I think they look super, super cool. They've got Cataphracti power claws, and I think they just work so well. So they're Assault Terminators with power claws.
Yeah.
And then right at the front, super nice. These are the new Leviathan. This is just a normal standard Terminator squad. These are new Leviathan sculpts that
Interesting, because we are actually sticking to the rule of 3. Because you've got 2 Assault Terminators.
Yeah.
And 3 Relic Terminators.
It's all legit, baby. It's all fine.
They give sustained hits. They give +1 to wound. He gives something else, and you've got some transports rocking around as well.
And then so in the back we've got a normal Land Raider.
Yes.
With heavy bolters and las cannons.
Yes.
We've got a Land Raider Redeemer with the assault cannon and the lovely juicy heavy flamers.
Yes.
And then we've got a Spartan, another Legends choice, a Spartan, which is what a beautiful thing that is, with 8 las cannons. Count them, 8.
8.
Now the thing is, everyone thinks that's a bit scary, but it dies so quick. It's not got a massive amount of wounds considering what it is, and so it'll die pretty quick. But yeah, I'm sticking to the rules. We've got a few Legends choices, but I just wanted to bring the whole first company because I thought I had this crazy idea of all Terminators and appropriate transport.
So because you're bringing the first company, you're bringing the Stormlance detachment.
That's right. The first company Oath of Moment thingy that helps us with Oath of Moment, I believe.
Yeah. So that was a joke.
It's not
the Stormlance
I don't know what it's called.
Hammerfall detachment.
Is it called Gladius Task? No, not Gladius Task Force. What's it called, Winters?
It's literally called the first company.
You got to run that, haven't you? It's First Company, baby.
Yeah, that's what you're bringing. First Company. What does First Company detachment do? Well, you have Oath of Moment.
Yeah.
But once per battle, it turns it into old school Oath of Moment, which means you can reroll all hits and all wounds against a particular unit that you target. So you can really, really kill something.
Quite strong, just in that moment when I probably need it most.
Yes. And this is absolutely glorious. The First Company rocking up onto the table. So who is best to go against them? Well, of course, the boys.
Of course.
And this is exactly 2, 2, 3, 5 of lovely lads, gloriously painted to level 4 painting standard by Den of Imagination Painting Studios. Den have also done all the bases as well, so thank you, Den. And the First Company are coming along. So Murphy is with us today. He is a boss in mega armor, and I've given him the super cyborg body, so he's got a 4-up feel no pain. He's going to be rocking with 5 Meganogs, that's what they're called now, inside a Gorkanaut, and then joining him and trying to break his kill tally is Grugger Chugger, and he's going to be rocking with some knobs, and they'll be in the Morkanaut. When war bosses lead units, they get +1 to hit the units, and he also makes them -1 to wound, and he's trying to beat Grugger Chugger. Sorry, Grugger Chugger's trying to beat Murphy. So I've given him an announcement as well called Follow Me Lads. He's going to be running off ahead, and that means that unit gets +2 to move. So yeah, these two jumping about of 2 big stompy things, which are going to take 8 las cannons to the face. I don't think they're going to be long for this world. And you can see that this whole detachment is very, very quick. The stompy things stomping onto the battle grid along with the killer cans and the death dread. We've got the bikes and the trucks zipping onto the battle grid. We've got units of boys in every single one of the trucks over there. 2 units of bikers. The only thing that isn't zippy and isn't fast are the 2 mech guns over here, which a weird boy teleported on earlier. Orks, 6s explode in close combat, and once per battle you can declare a war. And then they get advance and charge, an extra hit, an extra hit, extra strength, advance and charge, 5 up and vulnerability.
Remember them all, Winters. Remember them.
All these things. Why do they have to have a 78 things? Why can't it just be stripped down and simpler? But anyway, this is the boys. 1 minute, Brap.
Yeah.
Did I mention? I've got loads of knobs all over the place, and because we're above 2,000 points and we're doing a custom mission,
right?
Wherever you see a knob, these are the guys with the banners. They've just got power claws. Did I mention that?
I'll allow it.
They've all got the power claws. It just keeps it simple for me.
Keeps things simple for our smooth brains.
Exactly. So on that note, because we're not doing 2,000 points, we're going to do a custom fun narrative mission. 6 objectives down on the table, and I just invented this mission for the first time ever. It's called Murder Ball.
Get out of that.
Have you what?
Well, the problem is, right?
Yes.
What he's alluding to is this is a mission from a tournament and then like an event I run called King of the North.
Yes.
And I've run this kind of mission before, and I really like playing it. But then I stole it as well, so I've got no grounds to complain because it's just stolen.
You stole it from Tabletop Tactics, and I stole it from you. And
they got Lawrence and the crew. It's a really cool mission, really fun to play.
However, I've made it better.
Of course you have, Winners. Only you could make such an amazing mission even better. How have you made it better?
Thanks. Well, we're going to simplify it.
Okay.
There's going to be 6 objectives down on the table.
Yeah.
And then at the end of your turn, not in the command phase, but at the end of each turn, each objective will be worth D3 points.
Nice.
And they explode. They're covered in claymores and things like that. Murder ball.
Sounds spicy.
So if you, D3 points, D3 mortal wounds. You roll once, and that's how many mortal wounds you take. That's how many points you take. And then at the end of the mission, if you manage to slay the warlord, you get another D3 as well.
I like that. Game on. Also, Winters.
Yes.
These wonderful objective markers.
They're from marchofwar.co.uk as well.
Go and get some for yourself.
And we're deployed for this 2,235 point game of Murder Ball. None of my units are in reserve. Have you put any in reserve? Who's in this? Who's in this? And who's in the 3 drops that you had, Brap?
Deployed. Look at them all.
Yeah.
So in this one.
In this
bad boy, I've got.
You're just figuring it out now?
No, I've made a note. I promise I've made a note. No cheating going on.
Right.
In this one.
Yes.
It's Tartarus Terminators.
Yeah. Anyone with them?
No, riding solo.
Okay.
Riding solo. In that one over there.
Yes.
Cataphracti Terminators.
Anyone with them?
Solo.
Right.
In the Spartan.
Yes.
There is 2 squads of a relic squad of Terminators and a normal squad of Terminators.
Right.
And the normal Terminators are being led by the Librarian Terminator armor.
Okay.
And in the up above the dropship, gonna
Up
big
above
strike
what?
down.
Yeah.
We have Assault Terminators with the Captain.
Yes.
And then we have Assault Terminators with the Chaplain.
So they're deep striking in.
Yeah.
They're in vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that.
It's pretty good tactics.
Well, it does sound like on some planet somewhere that it could be considered tactics.
Well, what's your plan then, Genius? Come on. What's this? You just lined them all up.
Yeah, go forward, smack you in the face. That's
That's
tactics.
my plan. You stole my plan.
I'll put Murphy on the edge.
Right, living on the edge.
Yeah, he's living on the edge. Groggerchugger right up in the middle, in the red one, because they go faster. And Murphy's got follow me, lads. He's going faster with his extra move. And then trucks with boys. We've got some guns, some bikes, so trucks and things, dreadnoughts, and I'm trying to stay away from some of your 8 lads cannons, but I suspect that the red one is going to get lit up in turn 1. I'd really like first turn though.
I would really like first turn. I like and I hate going up against Orks because the Orks tactic is get up in your business and smash face, and that's all I do in 40k. So it's like I need first turn.
After you, sir. Good luck.
Vintage Winters dice. Look at this.
Look at that.
Look at this. Be on eBay after this game.
Okay.
20 quid a dice.
After you. Right.
4. Come on.
And the Orks get a...
Oh, get out of town. The new dice win.
At the end of Orcs turn 1, Murphy forgot to declare a war. He's still revving and rampaging into this battle grid, and we did some advancing to get on this objective, and we're on this objective. These are all worth D3 points. This objective, there's one over here under all of those killer cans, and the mech guns are literally sat on one down there. Mm-hmm. Lots of advancing everywhere, so not a lot of shooting. We've got a couple of shots coming out from the yellow one and the red one and the mech guns, and that's about it. Starting off with a Deathstorm Mega Shooter on the Gorkanaut, hitting on Ork. That's a 5 to the uninitiated. It's an anti-infantry gun, so I need 6s. Look, I've got a 6.
2, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 6s. That's -1, but +1 because of terrain.
I'm going to roll a 1, aren't I?
You roll a 1.
Oh, God.
I tickle him. The twin big shooters are out of range, but the rocket launchers aren't, so D3 shots each. 5s to hit. 2 of them hit. Wow, the Orks are shooting really well. Strength 9, 5s to wound. There's a wound. -2 becomes -1 because of ruins and things.
3 up.
And you make the save. And that's it from this flank. We're now across to the mech guns. So I've got 2 custom mega cannons, which are D6 shots each at -2. With cover, that'll be -1. You can armor a contempt it and give yourself a 2-up save.
When has Orc shooting ever done anything? I don't need armor of contempt.
These are Gretchen. They're going to hit on 4s. D6 shots at...
Yes!
4 shots. 4 shots. 4s to hit you.
Easy. How hard can it be, Winters?
3 hits. I am strength 12. What is the toughness of a Spartan?
Toughness 12 of a Spartan.
Is it? Same as a Land Raider.
Chonky.
4s. I don't do any wounds. So yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
Gretchen shooting.
The Imperium.
The other hilarious thing is they're hazardous. So I don't want to roll a 1 like that.
Like that.
And,
what happens now?
Well, one of the guns is half dead. It's a vehicle, so it takes 3 wounds. It just overheats and burns a couple of little snotlings who are hanging off the back of it.
Poor guys.
Well, it's bad for these guys, but crispy four-eyed Gretchen go down quite well with a pint of squig ale.
You reckon? It'd be quite tasty, I think.
Yeah, crispy.
Quite lean, though.
Right, we're on to the Morkanaut, which has my anti-tank weaponry, which will still wound that on 5s and give you a 3-up save with cover. You could armor contempt this.
You hit on 5s, right?
Yeah, I'm hitting on 5.
Show me those 5s.
D6 plus 3 shots with the custom Mega Zapper. And that is 6 shots. I need 5s. I'll show you some 5s. There's a 5. Strength 10. I need another 5. That isn't a 5. That's a 2. And then the one in the belly is the normal custom Mega Blaster, which is 3 shots. I hit once. I need a 5. A wound!
Oh!
You need a 3. You need a 3.
Come on, I've bigged this up. I need the save.
You make the 3.
Just.
And then 2 rocket launchers have 2 shots. And they miss. So at the end of all of that, I've done no damage whatsoever. Oh no, I did a wound to a Land Raider.
Don't tell yourself short, Winters.
I did 3 wounds to me, and I fired 2 more hazardous weapons from the Morkanaut. those custom mega zappers. Don't roll any ones. I don't roll any ones.
Nearly.
So 3 wounds done to me, 1 wound done to the enemy. That's the end of my shooting phase because everything advanced or is out of range. And now we're on to these objectives. Okay, the way these objectives are going to work, the way for scoring, you're going to like this.
I'm going to like this.
You get D3 points when they blow up and the guys grab the loot. Yeah. D3 mortal wounds, and it hits everything in D3 inches. You just roll 1 dice once. Basically, I don't really want to roll a 3.
It's very elegant, this system you've designed, Winters.
2 inches, so the truck takes 2 wounds and I get 2 points, and the thing is okay over here. That's 2 points.
2 points.
Down here with the custom shock guns, that's 3 points, which will kill one of them because one is already half dead. And then the 3 wounds come out and kill that bike as well.
It's kind of like good news, bad news situation. You get lots of points, but then you also lots of death.
Yeah.
Orks are fine with it though, right?
Orks are fine with it. We're grabbing the loot, and you guys have landmined the crap out of these. Next to the statue, that's another 3 points.
You're smashing it, Winters.
Finally, down here, you can just about see it, which the killer cans are sat on. It suddenly strikes me that I should have perhaps moved.
I don't know why you piled everything so close to the objective.
I like to think that they did it, not me.
Right, yeah. You're just playing like an orc.
Yeah.
They'd all get on the loot, wouldn't they?
2 wounds on the killer can, 2 wounds on the death dread, 2 wounds on the truck. However, this is what winning feels like. It's 9 points to 0.
It's quite a good start.
Space Marines turn 1.
All right.
The other Minotaurs come rumbling forward straight towards Murphy and his wall. You've taken this objective down here. The Terminators have disembarked. And over here, this Legends Choice doesn't have an assault ramp. What's going on there?
Look, that is such an assault ramp looking thing. It looks more like an assault ramp than a Land Raider. But yeah, it does not have an assault ramp. So everyone's staying inside because it's the way it is.
Because Games Workshop won't let us have the nice things. But you're out on at least 3 objectives. 1, 2, 3. There's 6 on the table. You're definitely OCing me off the objective in the middle of the battle grid.
Yeah.
Do you know where you want to start your shooting phase?
I'm going to think about it because
So that's a no then.
No, it's a no.
Decisions were made. Oath of moment target on the big red lad, the Morkanaut, with Rugger Chugger inside, and you're firing quad las cannons, and there's a multi-melter with a Spartan as well. Straight into the big red one.
Yeah, I'm going to fire the heavy bolter into these bikes as well because it's got heavy bolters here. It's got a few guns, but 8 las cannons with it.
8 las cannons. 3s to hit with the full reroll.
3s to hit. Let's go. Don't film this bit. I thought we were just going to plaster over it, not talk about it.
I'd love to edit that out, but you rolled 10 dice.
I rolled 10 dice.
Guys, he's from the north of England. So roll 8 dice. Is that a bit harsh?
Well, I'd much rather that your first thought that was a bit of a div rather than it was cheating and you caught me out cheating and I've been exposed. So I'd rather be a bit daft than a cheater, so I'll take that. 8 dice, count them 8 dice. So I'm going to roll 8 dice, alright?
Okay.
I can't believe I've been exposed for my cheating. I've got to
Already.
leave it for so long.
Already. Re-rolling. Okay, so you drop 1, that's 7 hits.
7
from the
count
8
them,
dice.
From the 8 dice. Simple maths with Brap and Winters.
Yeah. Strength 12 versus toughness 12.
Force to wound. This is the hard part. And it's not twin linked either, so I have to suck these up.
Not that
That's
hard.
alright. Look at that, Winters. Come on.
That's 6. Well, Morkanauts have a 5-up invulnerable save.
Oh, you got this then, right?
I can make 6 5s.
Easy.
Get
Get out of town, Winters. How many is that?
I can make 4 5s.
What? This is like playing Death. This is like you Death Guard Disgusting Resilient back in the days, like rolling 5s. Right, so it's 2d6 damage.
Plus 1 each, so 6, 7, 8 damage on the Morkanaut. Multi-melter. Oath of Moment. Both of them hit. That's the King in the North one. 5s to wound. King in the North.
Great times.
Great.
Oh,
no wounds.
didn't help me there though.
King in the North. One of the community events. If you're in the community, you run that one.
I do, yeah.
You sold out King of the North in 4 hours this year.
The only person that's excited or / bothered by that is Winters.
Tell him why.
Because his event didn't. And it's not a competition.
It took me a month.
In my opinion, everyone in the hobby wins if there's an event. I think I'm doing King of the North 2024 and details soon.
Yeah, join the community to find out all the
it'll
things.
be. Oh my god, it'll be 2025?
It will. Heavy Bolter, are you ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Roll some dice.
6 dice.
Yes.
Do you want it? You're going to have to count on my dice
Are you
now.
sure it's 6?
It's heavy bolt. It's got 2 heavy bolters. One,
That's
two.
2 heavy bolters. That's not a twin heavy bolter, like on a normal Land Raider.
No, it's a legend
So
choice
it's
with us.
completely different.
It's
I like
completely
it.
different.
Okay, into the bikers.
And it's got a sustained hits 1.
Right, 3s to hit, 6s explode. That is 3 hits.
Right.
Strength 5 versus toughness 6, so 5s to wound. And that is a couple of wounds there at -1.
Yep.
So I'm going to need 5 up saves. No, you nuke 1 bike. Now we're coming up this flank to the Redeemer, putting both of the Flamestorm cannons into the bikes. The Assault Cannon is going into the truck. How many shots on these Flamestorm cannons these days?
It's D6 plus 3. I've not used the Redeemer in a while, and I thought they're just going to be heavy flamers, but look at the size of these bad boys.
They're
of course
very
they're going to be.
heavy flamers.
They're very heavy.
2d6
So it's
plus
2d6
6.
plus- That'll do.
Wounding on 4s. At -2, I need 10 6-up saves. That's not. It's 2 damage a time, so that would have killed 1, 2, 3, 4 bikes. And there's only 2 there. They're set on fire, and they die screaming. Next, twin assault cannon into truck. So this is 6 shots, hitting on 3s, and you hit 5 times. And at strength 6 versus toughness 8, you're going to wound on 5s, but it is twin linked, so you do get the reroll.
So rerolling.
I see 2 so far.
Ooh,
6s are
alright.
devastating, so no save on the devastating. And 2 4-up saves. The truck takes 3 wounds in total. So the truck's on 5 wounds remaining. There's a hunter killer on that Redeemer as well, 1 shot.
I'm still getting used to the fact you can just give them all the toys. It's kind of cool, isn't it? And when I said who I was going to target it, I said, why not the Morkanut? And then Winters went, no, not the Morkanut.
Don't shoot the Morgan. It's already survived 8 last cannon hits.
And it wasn't. That wasn't like for show or
shoot the
anything. It was
last
off
cannon.
camera and everything. So that made me
Yeah.
just. I need to shoot it at the Morkanut,
Okay,
right?
it hits on a 2. It's a hunter killer. It hits. It's strength 12. It wounds. Oh, 14. It wounds on a 3. That's a wound. I need to make a 5-up save. Another one on the thing. Yes!
Oh, and another one.
The red one should be painted blue. It's lucky as hell. Now, the Terminators that disembark from the Redeemer are firing everything at the truck. The idea here is to try and crack it so you can charge the contents.
These are combi bolters.
Right. 3s. 6s to wound, though. Anti-infantry fire just rattles off the front
With a
plating.
heavy flamer.
Yes. Auto hits 6 times. Wounds on 5s. That is 2 more wounds at -1. That is another wound. The truck is down to 4 wounds remaining, but I think it's going to survive this terrible onslaught round here. So the last thing left to shoot is this unit of Terminators and the Godhammer pattern Land Raider around this side. What are you doing with the Land Raider then?
Listen,
Yes.
I've started, so I'll finish.
Right.
All 4 last cannons into the big red boy.
Can I interest you with firing them all into the truck in front instead?
No, I'm not going to take that advice, Winters. I do appreciate your tactical acumen, but I feel like it's misguided, and I think you're trying to put me off.
Okay.
Killing the big red lad.
Where's the Hunter Killer going?
The hunter killer is also going into his chops.
Okay.
No.
Right.
And then heavy bolter and all these mad lads are going to go into that truck.
Gonna hit the truck. Okay. Right. 4 last cannons into the big red one. Oath of moment. What could possibly go
What
wrong?
could possibly go wrong?
3s to hit. You need to re-roll those 2 misses. That's a good start.
That's a
Everything
good
hits.
start. That's a good start, Winters, isn't it now?
4s to wound.
Come on. Come on. Oh, Winters, it's only 2 wounds.
2 wounds. 2 5+ invulnerable saves. And I'm going to command point one of them.
Okay.
And 1 gets through. That's D6 plus 1 damage. It's on 12 wounds remaining.
Let's see what we can do.
For 4 damage, it's not on 12 wounds remaining.
It's on 8 wounds remaining.
And now we've got the HK, which will hit on a 2. And miss.
Can I get to re-roll it because at the moment?
Yes, you can.
Nice. Yeah.
And a hit. Wounds on a 3. Wounds. 5+ invulnerable save. And I make the 5-up invulnerable
you don't.
save.
No!
I do. Heavy bolter into truck. 3 shots, because of course it's a different heavy bolter. Sustained hit. Oh. Just 1 hit.
Oh.
Wounds on a 5. Twin linked. You can reroll a wound. I can't see it. It does
It's a
wound.
6, Winters.
-1 + 1. Loads of cover. Need a 4-up. I failed the 4-up. That's 2 more damage on the truck. It's down to 5 wounds remaining. And then we have all the Terminators firing at it.
We do.
Here it is. The Reaper autocannon. 4 dice. Sustained hits doesn't kick in there, but they all hit. And the strength of a Reaper autocannon?
The strength of a Reaper autocannon
Should be 9.
is strength 7.
Strength 7. Okay, 5s to wound. 6s are devastating. No
Not
wounds.
a sausage.
And then we'll do all the storm bolters. The combi bolters bounced, and you've got a plasma blaster in there as well. Also going into the truck.
It's also into the truck, and I'm going to supercharge it because...
Why?
I'm living.
Okay.
If you're not supercharging your plasma guns, are you even living at all? No.
You
Never
missed
mind.
both of them, and if you could roll a 1, no.
Living.
That would blow up in his face, and that is the end of Space Marines. Turn 1. No, there's charges.
Hang on.
There's some charges.
I'm not like an Ultramarine that just stands there. Doesn't finish in the shooting phase, Winters.
Terminators are choosing to charge both the killer cans and the truck. You're going to need a 7 to make both of them.
Yeah, this is a 7. This is like a 5 or something. But
yeah.
I'm used to deep striking doing 9-inch charges. So 7-inch charge, easy.
Easy.
We've got to go for it. We've got to live dangerously.
That's a 7.
Way!
They go flying in there. But before we resolve the attacks from the Terminators on this flank, it's a 9-inch charge to make the truck on the other flank. Good luck, sir. You got this.
We got this.
You don't got this. You've got 2 CP sat over there.
I mean, come on.
It'd be rude not to.
Come on, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, 9 inches.
And that's a 4.
It's less than
that's
I
a
had
6.
before.
That's a failed charge. Okay. I don't have the CP to interrupt.
Right.
So we're going to come down to this maelstrom of death down here. We've got 4 chained fists here. They're all hitting the killer cans. They are the biggest threat. Everything's hitting on 3s.
It's on 4s, chain fist
4s. Oh no.
Because they're a bit unwieldy.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alright, 3s to wound. Anti-vehicle, 3 up. That is 4 wounds. AP high.
-2.
-2.
That's it. 2
I should
damage.
get 5 up saves. Was that 4? That was 4.
It was 4, yeah.
5 up saves. Look at that.
Bossed it.
I keep making 5 up saves. One of the killer cans is on 1 wound remaining because of the explosion last turn, and then there's a power weapon on the Sarge. Can he shank the grot in the face? He hits on 3.
We hope he can.
He hits twice, maybe not.
Maybe not, and it's only strength 5.
Yeah, 5's to wound, toughness 6. There's a wound. AP.
AP is -2 again.
5 up save.
Oh my god.
I make the save. Okay, we did the fight back with the truck. Nothing happened. Now we're on to the killer cans, which are going to hit you on 4s. And I hit 3 times. I need 3s to wound. That is 1 wound, -2. But a failed save will kill a Terminator at a flat 3 damage.
Stay alive, little baby.
That's a dead Terminator. And so at the end of turn 1 for the Minotaurs, they've lit up a unit of blikes and completely destroyed them. And then went charging into a unit of killer cans and bounced.
Yeah.
You also put hunter killer missiles, las cannons, everything. I mean, this Gorkanaut ate 12 las cannon shots and it's still on 8 wounds left.
Pretty hardcore, that thing, isn't
Corn wants it. But you've got some exploding things to... You've got some mortal wounds and things to happen.
I've got to take some pain, haven't I?
Yeah, D3 points, D3 wounds.
If you want the pleasure, you've got to take the pain.
Here we go. That Land Raider takes 3 wounds, but you do get 3 points.
3 points there.
Okay,
Next.
Spartan in the middle, which interestingly, when it blows up, it's going to hurt my truck as well. But D3 points, D3 inches.
2.
It's going to hit the truck. That's 2 wounds on the truck, 2 wounds on the Spartan, 2 points to you.
And then here.
Oh,
This could be a bit spicy.
yeah, this could be spicy.
I'll roll it here.
Right, okay. 1.
1.
Just 1. At least it doesn't
So 1
kill
takes a wound,
a
that takes a
Terminator.
wound. Because it's bang on it, yeah.
Yes. So at the end of turn 1, it's 9 points to the Orks and 6 points to the Space Marine, but down in the Murder Bowl, the carnage continues. So we're going to Orks turn 2. At the start of turn 2, a deafening, bellowing wah echoes through the ruined city streets as the Orks make their move. And down on this side of the battle grid, Orks disembarking from this truck, advancing, because you can advance and charge with the wah to get into this unit here. And the Howling Mad Murphy's Gorkanaut is also going to rain some firepower in there. Thought about moving the Gorkanaut up, but vehicles can't go through ruins. I need some of this stuff out of the way first so I can get round that way. This truck has still got some stuff in, but this truck empty, because this unit of boys got out of the truck before it busted that way, and then Grugger Chugger got out of his Gorkanaut before the Gorkanaut busted this way. Basically, we've got knobs to one side of you, boys on the other side of you, Gorkanaut, which, let's face it, should be dead, going to be charging that Spartan right in the middle of the battle grid. And then over here, I kept the boys inside this truck as well. So 2 of the trucks still have boys in, 2 of the trucks are empty. The Death Dread wants to go wailing in there. and killing these Terminators down here. And at the end of the movement phase, you're overwatching the Land Raider Redeemer into this truck. 2d6 plus 6.
Desperate measures. I'm not saying I'm
Number
not
of shots.
scared, but I'm not saying I'm not scared.
Okay.
There's so many orcs. I need to do something.
Sounds like you're scared.
I am a bit scared. Oh, also, assault cannon going into that truck.
Yeah, everything into the truck.
No.
No?
Flamestorm,
Yes.
Death Dread,
Yes.
assault cannon.
Oh, you're going to the Death Dread. Oh, okay.
I
then.
mean, that's a beast.
Well, you just want hugs. He's got loads of arms.
But these are not hugging arms. These are chomping arms.
They're Terminator killers.
Yes,
those
they're
arms.
Terminator killer arms. So that's the plan.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
2d6 plus 6.
Yes, for 16 auto hits. The Flamestorm will wound on 5s. It ignores cover, and that's not great. So this is 4 up saves. I need to make 2 of these to keep the Death Dread alive. I don't make 2 of these to keep the Death Dread alive. You know what? Command point. I don't keep the Death Dread alive. Oh no, actually, I didn't need to make. I'm not rolling the command point.
You can have the command point back.
It goes down to 2 left. That's fine. Yes,
fine.
thank you. I didn't mean yes.
Yes, everything's fine.
Then the assault cannon on 3s for 1 hit. Wounds on a 5.
Wasn't it 6
With
to
twin link.
Overwatch?
Oh yeah, 6s.
It doesn't matter anyway, does
Yeah.
it? That's what's called a moot point.
Yeah, twin linked. It does wound, and I make the save. So at the end of that Overwatch phase, you put the Death Dread down to 2 wounds remaining. It's still alive, which is good because I want to charge the Terminators, and if I manage to get rid of them, all that'll be on this side of the battle grid before you start deep striking stuff in is an empty Land Raider Redeemer. Let's face it, Land Raider Redeemers very scary to infantry, not so scary to vehicles. Plan, try, crack, open, hurt, Spartan, and shoot and terrify all the Terminators down here. So let's start with the Gorkanaut shooting and terrifying the Terminators down here. Deathstorm Mega Shooter. I rolled 15 out of 20 hits.
It's unreal.
On 5s.
It is unreal. No wonder you like orcs, because you have to roll 5s all the time.
I'm going to Vegas next month, baby. That is 13 2-up saves.
Rubbish number.
That's the 13.
But that was a joke there, you
2s.
see.
Nothing. One
One.
wound.
What's the damage, Winters?
1.
Just 1?
Yes.
I'll take that. One's on a wound.
2 wounds came through with a twin big shooter. Roll 1 more 1, please. And then that will kill the... No, it doesn't kill the 1. So the rockets have this number of shots. At D3 a time, that is 5 shots. And one of those hits and will wound your Terminators on a 3. That's a wound. -2 becomes -1. 3-up save. And that kills that injured Terminator. There's 4 left. Ready for that unit of 10 boys to go flying in there. So I fired the shooters from the trucks and Terminator plate just bounced. I can't shoot the boys because they ran. I'll get to the middle in a minute. Down here I've got some bikes hiding. Oh yeah, custom mega shotgun thing. Let's shoot at Spartan.
Okay.
Do you want armor contempt this, or you're waiting for this right in front? I would wait for the thing right in front.
I think I'll wait for the thing right in front.
D6 shots for 6 shots. I don't want to alarm you, but I'm
alarmed.
rolling hot today. I mean, I baked these dice specially knowing that you're coming down.
All right, thank you.
Get an extra 20 seconds in the microwave, by the way. Hitting on 4s. I hit you 4 times. Strength 12. Wounds on 4s.
Okay.
Wounds twice. You do have cover. 2 3-up saves.
Did you just say you baked your dice in the microwave?
Yeah, definitely.
You're so lazy, you can't even put them in the oven.
And I turned my aimbot on and everything.
Alright, what do I need to make?
Red boxes around. 3s. Make 3s.
Easy.
You need 3s.
Easy.
You make them.
See?
Hazardous. Over here, a couple more shooters spanked off into Land Raider. Nothing doing. Then down in the middle, both of the squads of the knobs and the boys, they advance so they can't shoot. So we're on to the Gorkanaut, putting everything into the Spartan. It's a lot of shots. Do you want to spend a CP on armor content now?
No, I'll tell you why. I think this is like a foregone conclusion. I think if the Morkanaut doesn't crack it open, the boys will.
Yes.
And I've got 2 CP, and I think I'm going to need it in combat.
Pay to interrupt.
So I think, hopefully it'll survive. I'm not confident, but I think...
Hopefully.
Try your best, winners.
Custom Mega Zapper. Now, he gets +1 to hit, so he's actually hitting on 4s because I declared a WA. That's what they do. But it needs 5s to wound, nothing. And then D6 +3 shots with the Mega Zapper for 6 shots. Which, hit on 4s, 2 hits. Wound on 5s, no wounds. 2d3 shots with rockets, 5 shots with rockets, 4s to hit with rockets, and 5s to wound with rockets. One of them gets through.
What's the AP in this?
-2 becomes -1. There is a statue in the way. It might careen and hit it. It careens and hit it.
Survive, my boy, survive!
There's lots of shooters. I'm not going to do the shooters. It's a Spartan. But I have fired 2 more hazardous weapons. And at least I don't take any more wounds. And let's have a look for some small arms and firing a couple more shots here and there. Yeah, a little bit of incidental firepower here or there. So that was a hugely successful orc shooting phase because I killed a Terminator and didn't kill myself.
That's always a bonus. If you're still alive, then what more could you ask for?
So we're going to charge. We have a Death Dread that can't fail a charge into these. We have knobs and things that everyone can't really fail a charge into Spartan. What? Hello?
The commenters will, I need to say this, you did kill yourself with those grot guns.
Oh yeah, I took 3 wounds off myself.
Listen, I don't want to rub salt into the wound, but the commenters will be going crazy about them poor 3 Gretchens.
I did more damage to me than I did to you again.
Yeah, that's important to recognise. Sorry, carry on, sorry.
But I want them kind of to wrap round.
Yeah.
Do you know? Oh, they're not wrapping anywhere. And this unit, they can wrap a little bit. And then the Gorkanaut goes that far. That's a 6. And then over here, the unit of boys into the Terminators. They're going to go 5. So the Spartan is almost completely surrounded. There'll be some scary emergency disembarkation if I manage to wreck it open. I've got a unit of boys that charge some Terminators, which I'd really like to swing first at the start of the fight phase. But then I've got a Death Dread on 2 wounds remaining, which I'd really like to fight first at the start of the fight phase. I figure, though, I have to start here because, I mean, if you pay to interrupt and kill some boys, it doesn't hurt as much.
No big deal, is it?
As pay interrupt and killing all the killer cans and things down here. So let's start down here. I've got a CP as well. Let's make them... Do I spend it on Tank Shock now? Or do I wait for the Spartan? I'll wait for the Spartan. I won't spend it on Tank Shock now. Let's go with a Death Dread. Right, I've got extra Dread Claws on my Death Dread. And wow, means I get an extra attack. And I'm hitting on 3s. And I've just remembered 6s explode and nothing explodes. I am with Strength 10, which becomes Strength 11. I'm winning you on 2s.
2s. See those 1s?
4 invulnerable saves or 4 up. A failed save will kill a Terminator.
Come on, stay alive, boys. 1's alive.
Is it just 1?
Just 1, that's a 3 winters. Oh no.
Well done, Death Dread. So 1 Terminator stands against these clanking machines, but before he gets a chance to fight back, we're on to other charging units, and you are paying to interrupt. These Terminators are going to strike out at these boys. Okay, so you're hitting on 3.
Hopefully I can kill a few before they kill me.
Strength 8 versus Toughness 5, wounding on 3s. 6 wounds come through. Now, normally I wouldn't get a save, but wow. Gives me a 5+ invulnerable save. You kill half of them.
That'll do.
5 of them are dead. Now the boys. And I hit back again on 3s. I get 2 explosions, 3 explosions. And these are wound on 4s because of wow. Lots of choppers. Choppers are -1, so 8 3-up saves. Each doing 1 damage. One of them's tickled a little bit and on 1 wound. And then the boss knob smacks you with his power claw, hits you twice. It would be Strength 9, wounding on 3s, but wow. Strength 10.
Wounding on 2s. Oh,
wound. 4-up invulnerable save or death on the injured guy. I can't see it.
It's cocked, Winters. It's cocked. All right. We're all friends here. We've got to re-roll it. There we go.
He's alive. So, because you paid to interrupt here, they just bounced.
It was quite a lot of CP. I didn't think I was going to kill the squad. That wasn't the intention. But by doing what I did, I halved the number of dice coming in.
That's like tactics.
It is almost like tactics. So I think I've kept them alive because of that intervention. Genius, really.
Okay, so let's go here to the Gorkanaut. I mean, I could do with the boys. I could do with the knobs.
This is more fun, though, isn't it?
Let's do the Gorkanaut. And yes, I'm going to Tank Shock.
Yeah.
So, impact hits. As the Morkanaut, goes charging in there. Caps out at 5. I did 3 mortal wounds. So it's only got 13 wounds left.
Rubbish number.
Brilliant number. I've got an extra attack because I charged. And I'm hitting you on 3s in strike mode. I dropped 2, but that one explodes.
Right.
Strength 18.
Is that all? What was my toughness? It's only 12.
What? 3s. 3s to wound. I do 2 wounds. That's -3, 6 damage a time. So 2 5-up saves on the Spartan.
How hard can this be? Oh,
Very hard. That's 12 damage.
It's on one wound, Winters.
It's on one wound.
It's on one wound left, Winters.
And then I'll smack it with everything else. Okay, so then I did 40 power claw attacks from the knobs
It was
off
quite a lot.
camera.
Excessive is the word I'd use.
I think I did 79,000 wounds. That's before I even got onto that unit over here. It was on one wound left. It's dead. Does it blow up?
No.
It doesn't blow up. Now, here's the thing. Emergency disembarkation thing. If you can put one unit wholly within 3, so we're going to do that now.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so cheeky, but it's close.
It's close.
Yeah, wholly with fine.
It's too cozy for my liking, but
6
we'll take
dice.
it.
On ones, no ones.
They're all okay.
You would take mortal wounds. However,
This is the next bit.
there is a second unit.
Yeah.
Which cannot be put wholly within 3.
They cannot.
So they'll take mortal wounds on a 1, 2, 3 as they emergency disembark within 6 inches of the spawn.
This is
See
like
what I did with the wrapping?
it's like an Imperium teacher method. It's like, don't get cozy with orcs because it'll never end well. And we got too cozy.
Do you know what? There's so much tactics going on today in this custom mission. I can't believe it.
It's like a tournament game.
Yeah, I won this trophy once, you know.
Did you?
I did. I don't talk about it very
You did,
much,
yeah,
though,
you-
but
you
you
don't.
are talking to the 2021 No Retreat Legend of Legends champions. It's up there. Look, it's that
It's
one.
every time.
That one.
It's like 3 years old now.
It's not as good as being the blockbuster video game
The
champion.
2-time. Right, listen.
I'm just the one time.
One time. Right, listen. I'm
Yes.
gonna get no ones. Oh, I've got to make 4 ups here, haven't I?
4 ups.
Bloody hell! Right. Oh yes.
So of course the Minotaurs disembark from that wreck in perfect parade ground formation without taking any wounds whatsoever.
Did you see that, Winners? Did you see that roll?
I did. I don't
Unreal.
barely had a minute. Anyway, the fight ain't over yet. We've got your hero Terminator battling the Killigans and the Death Dread down here. Do you want to put it in a Killigan or Death Dread? Bear in mind, Death Dread's on 2 wounds. Hit the Death Dread.
Hit the Death Dread.
On 4s though.
Right, come on. We need to crack this big tin open. Let's do this.
There's a hit.
1. That's all I need. Anti-vehicle 3 plus.
And you
No!
don't have the CP. So the Killicans, are you going to get killed by grots? How embarrassing. Killicans, hitting on 4s. And 6s exploded. Wound on 3s. They're not as chunky as a Dread. I've got 3 wounds.
3 wounds, Winters.
3, 4 up and vulnerable saves.
What's the damage?
It's 3 damage. You need to make them all.
Oh
The
dear.
Killer Clan arms, 4s.
Oh, Winters? What?
He makes them all. He hangs in there. What a boss. Now, at the end of turn 2, it's looking a bit bleak for the Minotaurs. However, they still have the chaplain and the captain and the 2 squads they're in to teleport in. And the Redeemer's relatively untouched. And, I mean, there's 2 full units of Terminators looking at some boys and some... They're not long for this world in the middle of the battle grid, and we saw what sort of damage normal Orc boys do against Terminators here. They're more like speed bumps. They slow you down more than actually pour it on. I still will be in WoW mode until my next turn, so I'll still have that extra strength and attack. Still have that... No, did you go first or did I go first?
You went first.
I went
Winters.
first, so I've still got my invulnerable save and everything. But in turn 3, I'll lose all the good stuff. However, I am on a chunk of objectives. I'm on this one for D3 points.
D3 points.
That's 1 point.
1 wound.
Puts another wound on them. D3 points on this one here with the truck for 1 point.
1 wound.
1 wound. D3 points on the Morkanaut.
Yeah.
He takes 2 wounds. He's down to 6 left, which brackets him as a claymore goes off under his feet. And then down here with the Killicans, they take a wound, which kills a Killican because he's on 1 wound, which will blow up, doesn't blow up, and would have chain reactioned. Then there's also 1 objective here, which I don't control, so I'm not rolling for it, and 1 objective over there, which I don't control, so I'm not rolling for it, because it's only objectives that you control. At the end of your turn, Land Raider with a Terminator is definitely OCing me off of that, but at the end of Orcs turn 2, it's 14 points to Murphy's War, 6 points to the Minotaurs as we go into Minotaurs turn 2. In the Minotaurs movement phase, only 1 unit of Terminators has chose to show up. Your captain, who is called
Torvius,
has deep struck in here. Battleshock tests passed everywhere, so this fella fell out of combat with the Death Dread and the Killicans, isn't on that objective. And Torvius wants to rescue them. Come in here, take that objective. Land Raider Regima is blocked off by a truck full of boys as well. So lots of pressure down on this flank all of a sudden. But I'm curious to think why you've left your chaplain off the table for now.
Right, so the reason why is there's still loads of boys in trucks.
Yeah.
There wasn't a really good place. I could have put them at the back and tried to charge through.
Yeah.
And tried to get on this objective.
Yeah.
But I figure it's good as like a counter threat. I've still got another turn to put them out.
Okay.
So I'm just going to see what you do next turn, because all of a sudden, these are all here after one turn. They were a million miles away.
Yeah.
So I need to have that reaction
to
your next turn.
Okay.
So that's the plan.
So pouring up the right flank with Torvius, pouring down the middle with 10 Terminators over here, and then down this side, those 4 Terminators are still locked up with the boys. The Land Raider shuffled round a little bit so it can get its heavy bolter down into this mech gun over here. Meanwhile, the last cannons can still see the Morkanaut. So if this works, dead mech gun, dead Morkanaut, loads of dead boys in the middle, and then the turn will tide. No,
That's
the
how you
other
say
way
it.
around.
Probably, yeah. The turn will tide.
Where do you want to start the shooting?
Do you want to
phase?
start with the Land Raider?
Land Raider.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Into that thing.
Into the big red one.
Oh, I need to do Oath of Moment, don't I?
Yeah, you need to do Earth of Moment. Interesting.
Oath of Moment into the big red thing.
Really? You got some. It's only on 6 wounds left. You got that big unit of knobs.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Winters.
Yes.
I like your style. And do you know what?
Yes.
Once per battle,
Yes.
because of my first company task force,
Yes.
I can make it so that it's reroll hit
All
wounds
hits
and
wounds.
wounds on the knobs.
Onto the knobs and Grugger Chucker's unit. You really want to punish them. I
Yeah.
like it. Okay, so 4 lance cannons then into the big red one.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
Come on.
You hit twice.
Yes.
Wounding on 4s.
Come on.
You don't wound. We should have both at the moment the big red one. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Okay, 3 heavy bolters into the mech gun instead then.
Yes.
Hitting on 3s. I heard that, yes.
Exasperation.
Yeah, that is 2 hits. This will wound on 4s with twin linked. No wounds so far. There's a wound. 5 up and vulnerable save. There's not a 5 up and vulnerable save. It had 2 wounds remaining. It will die and they blow up. It blows up and puts a wound on the yellow one. They don't blow up. We found out it doesn't blow up. So we're going all the way to the other flank where you have the Land Raider, a demon. You're spitting fire all over the place.
Like a chameleon with eyes that dart around all over the place. I'm going to use 1 flamer over here
Yes.
into the Death Dread because it's only got 2 wounds.
Yes.
If I can get 1 through, it's dead.
Yes.
And then the other flamer into the truck, 4 wounds. Hopefully we can do that.
Yes.
And then the assault cannon into the knobs.
Okay. So we're starting off with the Death Dread.
Yeah, let's do it.
D6 plus 3 auto hits. For
4.
4 auto hits. This is going to need 5s to wound. There is 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
-2. I need
Come on, plan.
4s. Fail one of these, it's dead. It's not dead, it's still alive.
The plan isn't going well.
Okay.
Next
D6
bit.
plus 3 into truck.
For 6.
6. Wounding on 5s.
Got this.
1 wound.
The plan is not going well.
I make the 5 up and vulnerable save. No wounds done.
No wound.
Okay.
Assault cannon.
So it's like orc shooting all over again. 3s to hit the Oath of Moment target with the reroll. You don't even need the reroll. This time you hit.
That's alright.
When you had the reroll.
There
You're going to wound them on 3s with a reroll because... Oh.
I mean, where was that with the...
That's devastating. These are not devastating. So I need 4 up saves. 1 and a bit knobs die because they have 2 wounds each.
That was good. I feel a bit spoiled complaining about the shooting, but I could have done with it over here, couldn't I?
Yeah. Then we did shots with the captain into Death Dread. They bounced off of its steel hide. Now we're down to the middle where we've got all these Terminators looking at all of these boys. Right, we decided that the Saturnine Terminators are not Relic Terminators because one of them's got an assault cannon.
So you, in the Legends choices for Relic Terminators, I did not know this.
Reaper autocannons.
It's Reaper autocannons.
Yeah.
So we discussed it.
Yeah.
They've not been on the table. They haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
So we're just going to use them as normal Terminators because it's better to use an assault cannon as an assault cannon rather than use as a counter.
I mean, who says they have loads of claws and things when they don't have claws? Who would do such a thing?
Who would do?
Yeah. So you're firing in everything to the Oath of Moment target?
I think I'm going to fire this squad first. See how we get on.
Because I have to tell you, because your Stormbolters are strength 4.
Right.
Firing at knobs.
Strength, toughness
Toughness
5.
but they're also -1 to wound. So
Right.
you're wounding them on 6s.
Eesh.
However, you'll be wounding the boys on 5s instead.
Right.
The assault cannon into the knobs will wound them on 4s instead of 3s. So you might want to split fire.
You reckon?
Yes. So assault cannon into knobs.
This one first. We're doing a squad at a time to see how much damage I can do.
2s to hit because you're firing at the Oath of Moment target with the reroll. Nice, everything hits. And then you're going to be wounding them on 4s instead of 3s because of the -1 to wound. And old school Oath of Moment, you can re-roll all failed wounds as well. And one of them's devastating already because it's an assault cannon, which will kill the injured fella. And then I've got 5 4-up saves to make. And you kill 2 more in total. And then 20 shots into the boys. These are just hitting on 3s though.
But the sustained hits, Winters reminded me. Thank you, Winters.
So 6s explode. These will wound the boys on 5s. The boys need to make 8 5-up saves. I make 1 of them. You kill 7.
Ooh.
So 3 boys remaining in the boys squad. 7 knobs remaining in the other squad, knobs, with Grugger Chugger. Then we have a second unit, which is rinsing and repeating. And the Storm Bolters wiped out the unit of boys, overkilling them. Here's the assault cannon into the knobs on 2s, because you're firing at the Oath of Moment target. No sustained hits there. But forced to wound with the reroll because of old school Oath of Moment, when it was called Oath of Broken. So those are 2 devastating ones, which will kill 1. And then 3 4-up saves. You kill 1, injure 1. And at the end of the shooting phase, at least you've wiped out a squad of boys. Not so successful around this flank, however. So we're on to the charge phase. You want to charge Death Dreads or Killer Cans? What do you want to charge in the middle? These Terminators are still locked up over there.
Winters, I want to charge it all.
You want to charge it all?
I want to charge. So
Okay.
I'm going to charge these guys into both of these.
Okay.
I'm going to charge this
Oh, you're going to tank shot that truck.
into that.
I love it.
Do you love it?
Yeah, well, that's going to auto make that.
And you've got one CP. You'll allow me to have that.
Your captain's got a 9-inch charge. Let's roll that.
Let's roll that.
Because it's a 9-inch rerollable. That's what he does. What is that?
It's a 7, Winters. It's not good enough.
Reroll.
Come on.
And that's a 7.
It's another 7.
Your captain fails the charge.
Doesn't want it enough.
Could be in trouble over here. Saturnine Terminators. It's a 5-inch into... You're doing the Morkanaut.
Doing the Morkanaut. Why not? Go big or go home, right?
5-inch into the Morkanaut. And that
Just
is a 5. You just about make it. They end up there before the pile in, and the other guys need a Snake Eyes. Well, they need a 3. Don't roll Snake Eyes.
Don't put the pressure on me,
These are
Winters.
going into the knobs.
Just.
And that's an 8. Crump, the first company, make the charges in the middle. Now, I don't want to alarm you, Brapscallion, but I've got 2 CP and I can't
I noticed that. When I did all the charges, I looked over at the CP pile. I was like, that's 2 CP there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, do you want to fight knobs and get hit by Morkanaut, or do you want to fight Morkanaut and get hit by knobs?
Sounds counterintuitive because look at the size of this big bad beast.
Yes.
But that's got less attacks. They've got a bajillion attacks. So I'm going to attack these nasty boys first.
Okay, and the Morkanaut is bracketed as well.
Yes,
so.
it's not very well.
So you're smacking Power Fist into the knobs at the Oath of Moment target, so you've got +1 to hit. Hitting them on 2s. And you got the reroll, because it is the Oath of Moment target. And sustained hits means that you get 2 more hits in there. Who the what now?
So it's not sustained hits with this unit. This is what happens when you bring all the Terminator squads. Librarian that gives sustained hits is in this unit, so it's just here.
Okay. But -1 to wound knobs.
-1 to
so
wound.
instead of 3s,
it's 4s.
But you get the full reroll because of your detachment benefit. Re-rolling. I've got 8 5-up and vulnerable saves because of the WoW. And 6 of my knobs go limp. And that's all the knobs got on. That just leaves Grugger Chugger. So you slap him with your power weapon.
Not slap him, cut him down, Winters.
Cut him down.
Come on.
Okay.
Right, 4 attacks for the sergeant. Come on, boy.
They all hit.
And it's strength 5. What's your toughness?
Toughness 5.
4s to wounds. Re-rolling because of Oath of Moment.
3 wounds.
-2. 1 damage.
5-up and vulnerable saves. He takes a wound.
That's it.
Yeah.
Probably on a squig, maybe.
He's got 5 wounds remaining.
Oof.
So before you go with your next charging unit into my Morkanaut, it'd be rude not to hit him to pay the CB to interrupt.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's fun. So I'm going to do the strike attack, and because he's a bit injured and a bit wobbly right now, he's hitting you on 4s. I was really looking. See, the thing is, even hitting on 4s, if you roll lots of 6s, because 6s explode, it can be very nasty.
Helpful.
But in this case, not so helpful. I only hit twice. But I am strength 18, and I wound twice. Obviously, invulnerable saves or death, 6 damage a time.
Whoa, Winters!
You make the save.
That's Saturnine armor for you, baby.
The Morkanaut is leaking oil, half a flame, bits of armour hanging off of it, and the first company come in and swing their power fists on 3s.
Come on, they've all got power fists this time, so hopefully.
And 6s are sustained in this unit here.
Yes.
Now it's the hard bit, you need 5s to wound.
And no rerolls to save me this time.
Yep.
This is tough. We got this.
Ooh. Okay, I need 5 up saves. I've only got 6 wounds. I've spent my... It's dead.
Whoa.
It's dead. It blows up on a 6. It doesn't blow up. The big stompy thing has fallen. You've taken the central objective.
That is the second time I've killed that. The last time I killed it was with the Dreadnought, my Hecaton Acres, my character Contemptor. He's not even in Legends anymore. R.I.P. to that big man. So it felt good killing it again. Come on now.
I have no recollection of that.
Yeah, I bet you don't. I bet you don't. One of my proudest days for you, it was a Tuesday.
There's no video record of that anywhere, is there?
Well, you probably deleted it out of shame.
I've definitely deleted. So are you tank shocking this truck?
Well, yeah, I've got to, Anna.
So all you need is 4 5s, and it's a dead truck.
That's the Winter School of Dice rolling.
Yeah.
Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Well, and then you fight. Then you actually try and run it over.
I can run it over, yeah.
6 dice hitting on 4s.
I like the tanks are quite good now. At like attack it. Well,
2 hits.
3 hits, Winters.
3 hits.
Do not forget the old school Winters logo.
4s to wound.
4s to wound. 1 wound.
Now, interestingly enough, I want to fail this and dead truck.
Right.
Because right now you're securing that objective. And if the truck dies,
Then
I get
you
troops
secure it.
out.
Oh no. I didn't think about this.
I
How do
fail.
you roll? Right, you always roll a 5 or 6
Yes.
and everything, and then you say, "Oh, I don't want to roll a 5 or 6," and it happens.
It's because that was the dice that was baked yesterday in the oven.
I thought it was microwave.
Oh, right, okay. That's the explosion. No explosions. Then mortal wounds when I disembark. So just turning on my cheats now so I don't roll any... Oh.
You need to get better cheats.
3 1s. So smash, you ram through the truck, it doesn't blow up, and as you ram through it, you run over a couple of boys that try and get out of it. But as they jump out, they look at that objective down there and start gathering up some loot. So you're not controlling it. You're not going to get those extra D3 points.
It wasn't my brightest idea, was it?
I've seen you do better. I think that's it for all the charging units. So let's come over here and hit these Terminators before they hit my remaining boys. And they smack the Terminators on 3s, 6s explode, wounding them on 4s with my choppers. That's 5 wounds. 5 3-up saves. You're good. Then I got a knob with my claw. No explosions, look. This will be 2s because WoW is still active.
What's the minus, Winters?
-2. 2 damage. I kill one. One was injured. I rip him down. And then we got No, it's your turn to fight.
You give me a chance here, boy.
You've already fought here.
Yeah, so I can fight back here,
you're
right?
Fighting back here. Triple fist.
Just how I like it. Hitting on 3s.
Have you seen that movie?
I've got it on a hard drive somewhere, encrypted.
You've seen that movie, Just How I Like It. Cool.
Yeah.
3s.
3s.
I'm an orc. That's 3. 5 up invulnerable saves. The WAT is still active, and you only kill 1. Oh. 1 Terminator. For 1 boy.
It's not a good trade, that, for me, is it?
I'll buy that for $1. And now we've got one last fight. Grugger Chugger attacking these Terminators. Right, Brap, you'll like this.
I won't like it, will I?
The biggest and the best. When you call a WAT until the start of your next battle rad, add 4 to the attacks characteristics of the models.
I love Orc rules so much. It just feels like they just make it up, doesn't it? Just,
4.
How many extra attacks? 4. Why not?
And then 4, I think that takes the place of war because you add 1 for war anyway.
Right.
I think
how many
it does.
attacks have you got total?
He's got 8.
Quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's hitting you on 3s. And 6s. Where are my exploding dice? I could have killed this unit. Strength 10, which is now strength 11. 2s to wound. I get 4 wounds. 4 plus invulnerable saves, each doing 2 damage.
Come on now, that'll do.
Well, it isn't over yet. I've got an attack squig.
What's the attack squig called?
It hasn't got a name yet. Suggestions for the name for the attack squig below? I'm thinking Brat is a pretty good one.
Well, it's kind of aggressive, bit daft, lots of bad teeth.
He's got better teeth than you.
Yes, so I think Brap's an apt name.
Brap the squig hits you on 4s. He hits once and explodes. Strength 4. He's now strength 5.
Is the squig going to do better than Grugga
He doesn't.
No,
He doesn't.
not nearly though.
It doesn't wound. That's the end of Minotaur's turn 2. So currently, because you're not on this objective here, you're just on this one.
Just one.
And this one. And it was 14 points to 6, but you get D3 for holding this objective down here. And that does 2 wounds to the Land Raider.
2 wounds to the
2
Land Raider.
wounds to the Terminator. And kills 2 of my boys in the explosion as claymores go off. And then D3 for the Relic Terminators in the middle.
2 again.
So at the end of turn 2 for the Space Marines, that makes it 14 points to the boys and 10 points to the Minotaurs as we're hoovering up all the loot. We're 4 points in the lead. All of a sudden, there's quite a bit of pressure over here. And I really don't want to move anything in the movement phase because you're going to just overwatch me with a Redeemer and probably kill the Death Dread. You don't have any CP currently sat over there. I still have some boys rocking around inside this truck here. And yes, I've still got 10 boys. You've still got some Terminators that can deep strike in on this battle grid as we go into Orks turn 3. So I had a truck full of boys which is handbraked and pulled here on this objective. And before it handbraked and pulled over here, I got out with all the boys. It would be crazy to charge a unit of 10 boys into those Terminators, particularly when I'm OCing you off of this objective right now and we'll score lots of points. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go charging in.
Good lad.
To all of those Terminators.
We're a bit crazy in this
with all those
today.
Orks. Well, it's what the Orks would do.
Of course it
is. So I can't hold them back. They might haunt me in my sleep. Grugga, however, still hasn't got a good target to chase. So there's still 5 Meganobs. And and Howling Mad Murphy is inside the Gorkanaut there. Still a bit of a threat. So that's another reason why I'm not so scared. Because he is quite scary. He's howling, he's mad, he's Murphy. He'll come piling out at some point. And I'm still on this objective, and the war bikers haven't moved here since one of them blew up. There's loads of loot. We're having a look. We're staying there. Down the other side. I didn't move them, those boys, because they're on that objective. They're looking for loot.
Are they going to charge the Land Raider with
They
this?
might charge the Land Raider if you overwatch the Death Dread, which is coming for these fellas. Because then you can't overwatch them and then they might charge the Land Raider. It depends. Are you gonna... You got a CP now.
Now that sounds like reverse tactics trying to make me not, but I am going to fall for these reverse tactics reverse psychology tactics, because that does need to die. They need a chance to get in. I need to secure this, over-secure it. So I am going to spend my last CP on Overwatch and try and kill the Death Dread.
Okay, then I might charge in with those boys.
Well, here's the cheeky thing. I'm going to fire the assault cannon into the boys and see if we can plink a 1 or 2 off.
Bugger. Right, we did the assault cannon off camera. No wounds caused. Here's the number of auto hits into that dread.
It's not a lot.
Adding 6 to this though, and you're winning on 5s. And that's a few wounds. 4 up saves. I can't fail 1. I fail 2. That is a dead Death Dread, and that one doesn't blow up either. It just gets melted to slag. So then we start the shooting phase. I shot the Terminator right in front of me. No wounds caused. Typical grot shooting. But I should be able to charge it and kill it in the charge phase. We shot some sluggers at the side of a Land Raider. I mean, it's got a turp save and we're wounding on 6s, but mainly to hear the sound of the guns go off.
I bet it does sound good.
And imagine that, point blank range into a Land Raider.
Like that, like a Wild West shootout.
They really enjoyed themselves. Pistol into combat against Terminators over here. Again, he just fired it straight up into the air.
It would be dishonourable if he shot one of them. He wants to get him with his claw or squig, right?
Then a bunch of shooters and more pistols into Terminator plate. If you're watching this, guess what happened there as well?
I've never seen so many dice rolled with so little outcome.
Well, it's hitting on 5s, wounded on 5s, 2-up saves. It's fun though. It's fun.
It is fun.
They like pulling the triggers. So we're on to the one thing that might actually be able to hurt something in the shooting phase. We're going to shoot everything from the green one into these Saturnine Terminators right by the statue. And finally, his big, his nasty, his Deathstorm Mega Shooter is finally in rapid fire range. So this could hurt. 3s? 7, 3-up saves, each doing 1 damage. One was injured.
Ooh, you've killed one.
I'd take one out.
One's on the 1 wound left.
Let's do some big shooters. 3 wounds came through with the big shooters.
Oh,
That's
what's the
another
damage
wound.
there?
That is
Oh,
just one wound.
Another Terminator dead, Winters.
Nice. And then 2 rocket launchers for 3 shots, 5s to hit. They miss. I killed 2 Terminators.
That's pretty good going.
That's my most successful shooting phase.
And none of your guys have died.
You know, like in turn 1, turn 2, I did more damage to me than you.
Finally, we're getting through. You killed 2 models.
Glorious.
It's
Okay.
nice though. Well done, man. Well done.
Thanks. Right, we're going to charge you with a killer can. You don't have the CP to interrupt. You have one. Oh no, you spent it on your Overwatch.
You're fine.
So we'll clank in there. We'll take that guy out.
You clanking in here?
Of course, they're going to. I mean, they've seen that it's already reloading the Flamestorm, so now they'll go in there. So we'll do that in a minute.
Is it Ork logic to get to save yourself, get closer to the flames? I like the logic.
Well, once it's done the flame over their heads,
right,
then they can be cunning as well as brutal.
It's flawless, the logic,
right,
isn't it? Charge towards the guns. What's the worst that could happen?
And then Ork logic in the middle. Charge towards the guns.
The big Terminator lads.
With
an 11, they can go wherever they want.
1 minute. Let's not use the movement to get around the back of it, because then it'll get me off the objective. There's loot below that statue. So now let's fight. Smacking away with some choppers on 3s, 6s explode. Now there is no wire energy. It's going to be 5s to work. Oh.
How many is that, Winters?
That's 1.
1?
That was
all
1.
them dice?
Yes.
And what's the
That
minus?
was 37 dice. Minus 1. 1 dice.
So I've got a 3 up save.
1, yes.
What's the damage?
1. It's a chopper.
Is that it?
Yes. Okay. Well, the boss knob can do it. He hits once. He wounds. That's a 4 up invulnerable save.
Oh, what's the damage?
2 damage.
Oof. 1's on a wound.
Okay. Right. Good.
Good.
Let's do some boys hitting this thing. Then we did the fight here with the boys, and I put 1 wound on the Land Raider.
I rolled the dice all nonchalant, like not expecting anything, and died.
Here's the claw.
Oh, hello.
That
is
is
5
5 hits with the power claw. This will need 5s to wound.
I mean, it is a literal tin opener, isn't it?
It's 2 wounds. 2 up minus 2 with his tin opener. 2 4-up saves. And that is another 2 wounds off the thing. How many is it down to?
It's down to 10 wounds left. That's pretty good going for some boys.
Talking about pretty good going, we've got a couple of killer cans striking a Terminator. They are grots. They're less good at fighting. So they hit on 4s. Only 2 hits. They're going to wound on 3s. 2 wounds. But if you fail an invulnerable save...
It's a dead Terminator. Come on.
Dead Terminator.
Super dead.
Twice over. Well, after this Terminator gets dragged down, now defenders get to fight back. And these Terminators pile into Grugger Chucker. Now, he was part of the Oath of Momented unit, so it still lingers. So you hit them on 2s with your 12 power fist attacks. If we got that wrong, please comment below, let me know. But that's how I think it works.
I think so, because he is like a separate unit, that he's a separate data sheet, but he is still part of the unit as a whole. He's the last surviving member of the unit.
Yeah.
So, with that said, let's clank him around the side of the head.
3s to hit.
3s to hit.
2s to hit.
2s.
You're hitting the Oath of Moment target.
And I'm re-rolling this 1.
Yes. And you did Super Oath.
Super Oath!
So you're winning on 3s.
3s.
And
re-rolling.
All failed. Oh, I don't think he is long for this world.
Shabow. That's everything but 1 Winters. That's 11.
11. 5 plus invulnerable saves. No, actually. Yeah, 5 off invulnerable saves. I don't alarm anyone, but he needs to make...
Don't panic, Winters. You got this.
He needs to make 9 of these.
Easy.
He doesn't make 9 of these. He gets taken out. From the statue, back to this unit of Terminators. So they've been locked up with 10 boys for a while. Who'd have thunk it? And there's 1 boy left with a chopper. And he manages to hit you 4 times with the explosion. Can he win on 5s? Negative. And I got a power claw, which hits once and explodes. And wounds once. And that is an invulnerable save. And one of your guys is on 1 wound.
That's right.
So a 4 to keep him alive.
Not like that, he's gone.
He's dead.
He's dead.
And then these Terminators fight back. 2 fists, sitting on 3s.
Just quickly, Winston, before we go. These Terminators are rock hard. We've just been practicing on a lesser chapter before we even started the fight.
See, that guy, the Ultramarine there, he was injured at... This is why the boys are here.
Doesn't
this
like
is
an
why it's
Ultramarine
all
to me.
ruined.
Doesn't like an Ultramarine
What does
to
he look
me.
like?
You know what he looks like? Behind the scenes.
Void Walkers.
Behind the scenes. Everyone wants to see it. Minotaurs, professional Space Marine hunters. One day, I keep calling Winters out, but he keeps ducking me. I want the Minotaurs to take on the 13th. Please comment that you want to see it, because that is my dream matchup, is going against the Space Marines.
You've never got to go against them.
We've got to go for... I've always wanted to, keep asking, keep getting ducked, but one day.
But why would the Minotaurs go up against the 13th? We're loyal.
That's not what I've heard. That's not what I've heard. But before we do that, we've got to get through some orcs.
Yes.
Shall we?
Okay.
Right, so these are the power fists from over here into them boys.
Yes.
Threes.
Three hits.
3 hits. I only need 3 hits.
3's to wound.
3's to wound.
No save, you kill him. You kill him.
No, that's cocked.
Actually, that's really cocked, yeah.
Come on, Winters. Oh, I don't kill him.
You kill one.
I just kill one. One's left. The knob's left.
Dude, you still haven't broken free of that combat.
Also, the Tartarus armor, famously known for the most mobile Terminator suits, the most agile suits, and so far they've just spent the whole game just sat there.
Got out of the Land Raider and stayed there.
Come on, boys, get moving. Right,
Okay.
these guys.
Yes.
So we'll do the power fist first, right?
Yes. So that's 9 attacks into the unit of boys that charged you. I knew this was a bad idea, but let's find out how bad, because 6s explode, and that's a really bad roll. That was only 4 hits.
Only 4?
Yeah, 3's to kill. You killed 2.
Is that it?
Librarian, 4 attacks with his force stave.
I'm going to bonk him on the head with my stick.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You hit twice.
But sustained hits, right?
You hit 3 times.
Yeah, you are. 3 times a lady, baby.
3's to wound. You wound twice.
Twice.
I need 6s. You take out 2 of them. Curiously enough, I have managed to survive that assault and OC you off that objective. And finally, we did the fight back with the Land Raider. It revved its engines and ran over one of the boys. It got caught in the tracks, and that is the end of Orks turn 3. And interestingly, I'm on 5 out of 6 of the objectives. I'm on this one, and this one, one in the middle, one over there. No, not that one.
Not that one. Get off that one.
And that one. So let's roll lots and lots of points and get a long way into the lead. That'll get me 2 points and 2 mortal wounds. This will get me 3 points and 3 mortal wounds. Down here, this gets me 1 mortal wound on the truck, 1 mortal wound on you. No, it's an inch, isn't it?
It's an inch, so he's safe. Yeah. He's fine. He loves it.
That just kills a dude.
And he kills one of mine.
I don't think you're within an inch. We'll need to measure it.
Okay.
Because it's an inch explosion.
Oh, it's only an inch, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Wound, inch.
I'm safe.
1 point. You're safe, okay.
An inch to save me for once.
Over here, I lose 3 of the boys, which means in your turn, I'm no longer controlling that objective.
But you scored the points now, which is what matters,
I get
right?
lots of points. Lots of points.
And I take 3 wounds.
And the killer can down over here takes 1. So the Orks may be a long way into the lead, but now is the time the fight back begins. Assuming Captain Vermeer
Torvius
kills the killer cans here, and the Redeemer or something else kills the Orks here. I mean, you've got that objective as well, and assuming you clear the centre with all of these, then you'll definitely control these 3 objectives. And I don't have any deployment shenanigans to get up here in turns 4 and turn 5. So this is how the fight back begins. And then you've got the Land Raider, which has pivoted round a little bit to get some shots into the Gorkanaut. And where is the last unit of Terminators?
I've put them over here.
Why down in this corner?
So the plan is I need to give you something to think about, right? It's quite a strong flank over here.
Yes.
So my plan is I'm going to try and charge the truck by therefore getting onto that objective, and then you have to decide with this quite powerful thing you've got left, do you go marauding down here with Murphy and all that carry on?
Okay.
Or
do I come back?
Deal with here? I'm trying to give you things to worry about, Winters.
Every time you turn up I get worried. I thought your chaplain was called Baby and no one puts Baby in the corner.
I kind of like that. Chaplain Bebe is quite good. I like that.
Name that movie.
Dirty Dancing.
Correct, yeah. +1 internet point for you.
Am I gonna lift you up in the air now, Winters? Should we put the camera down and do that?
You can try, but you might need to get a back brace or something first. Baby. All right, we started off the shooting phase down this side of the battlefield. Captain Rurura put a wound on the killer can with his storm bolter, and then the Redeemer flamed the boys right in front.
Barbecue.
And the assault cannon came down in and actually put 2 wounds on the truck. Over here, loads of boys in close combat. So you can't shoot them with the Terminators that engage, but you've got a second squad behind.
I do, yeah.
That are in a target-rich environment. Where do they want to shoot? I guess you're only firing at the Gorkanaut.
Well, I'm going to shoot at the truck. That's probably the only thing I can do, really, isn't it?
Everything at the truck?
Yeah, why not? Let's see what we can do.
Okay. So a chunk of wounds came through from the Storm Bolters. I need 4 up saves. and it's dead. It only had 3 wounds remaining, and the truck...
Uh-oh.
Detonates.
What's the range of that, Winters?
It's 6 inches. It will put a wound on one of your Terminators and blow up one of my boys. I just checked. It's D3.
Oh.
D3 on my boys. 1 boy. D3 on your Terminators. 1 wound as well. And one of your Terminators falls. He was on a wound. Brutal stuff. Didn't even have to fire the assault cannon. Now we're coming across to the Godhammer Land Raider, pumping all the rounds into the yellow one, which happens to be the Oath of the Moment target. So 3s to hit it with some las cannons.
Let's do this. Come on. It's a good start.
You didn't even need the Oath of the
No, we
Moment.
didn't even need it.
4s to wound. I see 1. Is that
2
one?
there, Winters.
2.
Just the 2.
2. I need 5 up saves because of covering things.
Yeah.
I failed them both. 2d6 plus 2 damage on this. For 6, 7, 8 damage. Then the heavy bolter came in, just spanked off the hull. Needed 6s to wound there, as did the storm bolter from the chaplain. Over here, causing no further damage to the big yellow one. So that is the end of the shooting phase. We have a charge. The assault Terminators cannot fail the charge over here, but they make it in here. Down in the centre, you want to charge round and get into the boys to free up the centre. It's going to be a 4.
The more I can get, though, the better I can be in position. So hopefully a high number.
That's an 11.
That's quite a high number.
That's a high number.
Yeah.
And then it's a 9-inch charge into
The good
the
old
truck.
9 charge.
Through the ruin.
We got this.
You got this.
We got this. 9.
You're going to make one of them at some point, but first up the 2 was cocked. So re-roll the 2.
Okay.
If you... Oh.
Oh!
Okay, you're in. So at the end of the charge phase, you're all over the Orks in the middle. And then you go smacking in there. I've only got 1 CP. I can't interrupt. And we ran through that combat quite quickly. You would have killed 8 boys. So you've taken the centre. Now over here we're doing the chaplain versus the truck. The chaplain and the Terminators are not up there. We've just put them there so you guys can see them quite clearly. And this is 25 attacks with these lightning claws. 3s to hit.
This is my first time using lightning claws in 10th edition. And they're so cool now. They're so devastating, hopefully. Let's see.
Well, the thing is, they're strength 5 now.
It's a big difference, isn't it?
You would be normally wounding that truck on 5s.
Yeah.
But the chaplain...
+1 to wound.
You're winning on 4s. So 4s to wound.
And the twin link, so I re-roll.
Dude, you need a re-roll. That was terrible.
All right, mate. Come on now. Look at that. That's less terrible.
I need 6s. I'm going to touch your dice.
Bless the dice, Winters. You roll high.
That's definitely enough to keep the truck alive. Does this one blow up? No. You just Wolverine snick it apart. Then at the end of the combat, use the consolidation move to get in range of that objective. And we've got 1 more fight to do. 1 more charging unit. Captain...
You've just been going...
I can't...
Torvius.
Torvius is attacking these...
First time on the table.
Killer
Can we see what you can do?
You've got a bunch of thunder hammers / spears.
We got this, right?
We're going to do the captain first. He's got 6 attacks. He hits on 2s. He misses one of the blows. And it's a relic weapon, strength 5.
Strength 5.
Toughness 6.
So he needs 5s.
He needs 5s to win.
He's got 2.
-2?
It's minus... 1 second. I think it's -2. Let me just double check for you, sir. -2.
Definitely a failed save. So that'll be 4 damage.
He's killed a can.
That'll kill a killer can, which blows up. Does a mortal wound to you and a mortal wound to me.
Right, it's time to batter this last can. We've got this.
Yeah.
Come on, the boys.
To hit with hammers. And 3s to wound with hammers, but 6s are devastating. So there's 2... Those devastating wounds are enough to kill it. Going straight through the environment, straight through the thing. Does it blow up again? It does blow up again.
Does it blow up again?
Yay. And so the Minotaurs completely clear this side of the battlefield, firmly controlling this objective. And this objective with the Land Raider Redeemer. And you completely clear the middle of the battlefield as well. I've got a couple of empty trucks left and Grugger Chugger inside a Gorkanaut.
It's Murphy in there, mate.
That's pretty much it. Sorry, yeah, Murphy. Howling Mad.
Let's tick him off.
Yeah, I'm getting all kerfuffled.
Can I tick this guy off first as well?
Well, I was good at... Yeah, I've still got a knob as well.
Are you going to attack me first?
So I'm going to swing my knob.
Well,
those
it won't be the first time.
On 4s. And then that explodes.
The exploding knob.
And they both wing. Look at that.
I've never seen your knob being swung this effectively.
2, 4. It's a very effective. It's a big slap, and I hurt one of them and put one down to 1 wound remaining. and then you can try and kill me with your power fist. But I fear that this combat is going to go on
forever, for the ages.
And ever. Like, you're not so much punching the knob, it's just sort of manhandling it a little bit.
I'm just sort of flapping it about, right?
Yeah.
Do you think, Games Workshop, do you think when they did it in the 80s as a joke to call this unit knobs like nobles, right? They thought this is funny. But do you think now the designers who left for this legacy are just going...
No, I think that they're pleased.
Do you think it's still good?
Look, it's entertainment. Does it make people smile? Does it make people happy? How many knob jokes are there? It's brilliant.
I don't know.
Brilliant.
I've just got it when it actually... It means something else.
What? You mean knob means something else? Are you talking about penis?
No, I'm talking about chocolate biscuits.
Okay, right, yeah, hobnobs.
I'm glad we didn't say the penis word and we just went to chocolate biscuits.
I think you're allowed to say it. It's like a point of the anatomy, like a thumb or a nose. I think you're allowed to say it.
We are skirting the edge of family friendly here, aren't we? And I like it. I like that danger zone. I'm sweating, I'm perspiring, I'm excited. But if we kill it, we don't have to discuss it anymore and it's fine.
Go on then.
Kill it, come on now.
Squish him.
Squish the knob. Jeez.
And then 3s.
Come on, please just die so I don't have to deal with this. There's only one.
It's 2 damage. It does kill him. It does.
Oh, good.
And
end the jokes now.
Yeah. I'm not going to call it a comeback.
Don't call this a comeback.
It's been here for years. But you are 14 points behind, and now all of a sudden you're controlling 5 out of 6 of the objectives.
You wanted a riposte. I'm pretty chuffed with how that turn went. Of turns go, it was pretty good, right?
That's a riposte. Right. Let's blow up this objective here.
This one?
The one in the middle, okay.
Let's do the one in the middle.
Okay.
It's the big 3 points.
Okay, that'll kill a Terminator.
And
it goes 3 inches.
And
it'll kill one of those
Terminator.
Terminators as well.
Right, this one.
This one.
After they've done all this work, they finally got the objective.
One's on a wound.
And he dies for it. He dies for it. I don't mind that. He's done his work. Well done, boy.
Okay,
right,
over here. Don't roll it. Well, see, the thing is,
I need high.
You need high, but 3, if you roll the 5 or 6, it kills the Terminator.
Yeah.
Where else? Over here. That one's worth a 1.
It's just 1.
And this one with the Haminators is
3.
worth 3. So Brapscallion's lost 4 Terminators in the explosion phase. However, they're back up to 19 points. 19 points for the Minotaurs, 24 points for Murphy's War as we go on to Orks turn 4. So the first company in the Minotaurs are only 5 points behind, and they're outnumbering me like 3-1 now, but they've only got 2 more turns to catch up and get all of these points. So I have a cunning plan. This truck is staying on this objective here, and we're going to charge in with the Chaplain and all these Lightning Claw Terminators. They were right there, right next to the Gorkanaut. So Howling Mad Murphy is going to go right after them, and that should be these 2 objectives for me. And a Gorkanaut has an OC of 8. All I've got to do is make that charge, and I'll take the central one as well. So let's fire some guns. Right, I'll start off all the shooting phase, firing at Terminators one more time, and predictably, nothing happened. Lots of armor saves were made, so the only thing we're on to now is the Gorkanaut. Now, he's going to charge that big unit in front of him, and he's going to shoot the other unit.
The tiny little unit.
Yeah, with his Death Storm Mega Shooter. With many shots hitting on 5s. And a wound on 3s. And that'll be 6 3-up saves. And I only injure 1.
How many damage?
1 damage.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's that big, look, it's a big anti-infantry
Oh yeah,
gun.
like a Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Yeah. Big shooter came in, did 2 wounds, 2 2-up saves.
Easy.
Negative. Okay, so it's the rockets then. And it will be 6 shots with the rockets. 5s to hit. That'll be 1. See, the thing is, this does a flat 3 damage.
Oh, does it?
It doesn't even wound.
Oh.
Okay.
I love how unpredictable what shooting is, though. It's either amazing or rubbish.
So let's charge. Let's charge the unit right in front of me. He goes charging in that way. And then the war bikers and Murphy can't fail the charge around here. Here's the bikers. Here's Murphy. Crump the Gorkanaut gets here. I've got 2 CP, so let's tank shock. Let's do some impact hits on the way in. Looking for 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds on the way in. Then he smacks out with the Claw of Gork. On 3s, no explosions. Strength 18. 2s to wound. He wounds 4 times.
4-up saves, Winters, is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
What's the damage of this bad boy?
6.
Alright.
I take out 2 more.
1's alive.
I've got more charging units, but while we're here, let's attack back with that fist into the yellow one.
Threes.
You're hitting on 2s. It was the oath.
Oh, he
of
was.
moment
Yeah,
target.
you're right, Winters.
So you get to re-roll the hit. And he hit 3 times. You get a wound on 5s. And he doesn't
Nada.
wound. Okay, so that fight continues as that Terminator tries to run up the Gorkonaut's trouser leg. Now we're coming over here. We'll do the Warbikers first. There's a chopper, which hits on 3s and explodes, and a wound on a 5. Doesn't do any wounds. And then we've got a Power Claw on the knob. Back to knobs again.
Back to knob jokes.
1 hit. And it wounds. -2. 2 damage on your Terminators.
Oof.
So-
One's on 2 wounds, I think, in all this mess.
What, with the explosion? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
1 was injured.
So one's dead.
So take 1 out. And talking about really big knobs,
Yeah.
it doesn't get bigger
I've never talked about him.
than Howling Mad Murphy, who's swinging his huge chopper. And he hits on 2s.
This is your happy place. Now you say like units are in the happy place in combat. This is
Yeah.
your happy place making knob jokes, isn't it?
He does 1 wound.
Well, is that it?
1 wound.
What? Sorry, that was your Warlord, Howling Mad Murphy, not with us here today, all that carry on.
Can you just...
1 wound.
Well, 4 up and vulnerable.
Let's save it, shall we?
You do. He's look, he hasn't warmed up yet.
He's not with us today, is he? He's not here with us today, in spirit at least.
He didn't stretch properly through his yoga
He's
before he
been
got
sat
out
in
of
this
it.
thing all the time, and he's got lethargic.
Alright, the Mega Knobs are going to have to do it.
If in doubt, get the Mega Knob out.
Power Claws all round. 3s to hit because I'm being led by a war boss. 6s explode. And 3s to wound because Terminators are hard. And that's -2, 2 damage. So
Right.
a bunch of 4-up saves.
I need these.
Yeah.
I need these.
I killed 2. Just 2.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Just 2?
Yeah, there's 2 Assault Terminators with Lightning Claws remaining. They're fighting back against the Mega Knobs. They're hitting on 3s. With +1 to wound, they're winning on 4s. And they are twin linked. So I need 4-up saves. And you kill a Mega Knob and injure another. And the champion raises his Crozius and hits on 2s. And of course, he hits all the times. At +1 to wound, he's going to wound on 3s. And he wounds all the times. At -1, I need 3-up saves.
Bossed
1
it,
was on
Winters,
2
bossed
wounds.
it. Oh,
So that kills 1. I killed 2 Terminators. You killed 2 Mega Knobs. So Murphy fails to take down his target. That fight is ongoing, but at least I see you off of that objective. And at the end of my fight phase, you're spending a CP on what now?
teleportarial orbitarium or something like that.
Okay.
It's a first company task force stratagem that I can use.
Yes.
Basically, for 1 CP, I can remove one of my Terminator squads and put them anywhere I want on the table.
In your turn.
In your turn.
You pick them up in my turn.
In your
drop
turn,
them- yeah.
and then drop them down in my turn.
Okay.
It's pretty cool,
so
isn't it?
who's getting picked up?
These boys,
Yes.
they're going to go over
And then in your turn, you bring them in a bit.
in a bit.
And come in over there. Right, okay. At the end of all that, I've got some explosions to do. So over here, I get a point. The truck gets a point.
A point.
Murphy? A point.
A point.
And a wound to you and a wound to me. I only get 3 points.
That's it, Winters. It's hotting up.
So it's 27 points to 19. The Minotaur's now 8 points behind. Fully control this side of the battle grid. Down here, the Terminator in the middle stepped out of combat.
He did.
Of course, he stepped out of combat, holding on to the central objective as much as he can. And the Chaplain stepped out of close combat as well. They've been fighting for most of the game, these guys. Their arms are tired.
This one, I'm going to try and kill the Gorkonaut big yellow boy.
Yes.
With the las cannons and maybe some assault cannon fire.
Yes.
Over here, if I didn't step out of combat, I basically give you another free round of attacks. So now, by stepping out, you have to charge me or you have to make some decisions.
Yes.
So it's like I'm forcing your hand. Over here, I've moved the Tartarus Terminator from the ruins.
Yep.
He's out here.
Yeah.
These are deep striked 9 inches away using the stratagem.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and shoot the truck.
Charge in.
Maybe charge
Take
in.
that objective.
Take the objective. That's the plan.
Who's the Oath of Moment target? The big
The
yellow
oath
one?
of moment is once again. I feel sorry because I am picking on this big lad, but he must die.
So, 6 assault cannon shots coming into the Gorkonaut. Hitting all 3s. And you got the re-roll should you need it for Oath of Moment. And you need 6s to wound, but 6s are devastating, so no saves. And you've got a full re-roll. It is 20.
I need it.
And that's a wound. It drops down to 10 remaining. So the Godhammer pattern is putting the last cannons into the Gorkonaut in the back And then the heavy bolter is firing here because one of the Meganauts is on 2 wounds.
I should fire everything to try and overcompensate, but with 6s to wound, I don't think it's going to do much difference. Hopefully I can kill this.
Yeah.
And maybe I could take out a cheeky Meganob as well.
That would be a price.
So I'll do the last cannons first. Let's see what we can do.
Okay.
So 3s.
Yes, with the reroll.
With the reroll.
And then 4s to wound.
4s to wound. Just 1.
You do have a command point. You picked one up this turn
I'm
if
gonna
you wanted
need it.
to.
I'm going to need to.
But
Come
don't
on.
you want to keep it for a CP reroll on the charge, for example? Because that's points.
That is points.
It is points.
And points make prizes.
It does.
I need to think about this, Winters. I need to think so much. What's the distance? I'm going to need like a 6. Oh no.
So what we doing?
It's a tough situation because there's no real right answer. But realistically, I need this to die. It has to die so that can stay on there.
Okay.
I know the truck's hiding like a little cheeky boy, but I need this CP reroll. So let's hope for a 4.
That's a 4.
Yay!
I need 5s. No. 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Come on. How many wins have you got left with us?
10.
Come on.
That is.
Oh my god, it's
9.
9. It's 9 wins. It's 9.
The Gorknaut's on 1 wound remaining.
No.
So you're putting the heavy bolters into the Meganobs. You know,
Yeah.
it would have really helped if you'd have put it into the Gorknaut.
You persuaded me to put it into the Meganobs.
3 shots into the Meganobs. 3s to hit.
Everything hits.
5s to wound. Twin linked. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, that's alright.
Interesting. 2 threat saves. No, you see, it wouldn't have killed the Gorknaut either. Because saves,
yeah.
saves were made. So your chaplain can't shoot. He fell out of combat.
No.
We've got some shots over here with assault cannons and psychic things if you want to.
Yeah.
So doing a focus witchfire smite.
D6 shots.
Yes.
For 4.
Shots. Hits on 2s or 3s?
It hits on 3s.
Okay. You hit all the time.
Just hit 3 times, Winters, I'm afraid. I wish it hit all the times, but here we are. Now, it's strength 6, toughness of the truck.
8.
So 5s to wound. Devastating wounds as well.
There's a wound.
1
AP.
goes through. AP -2.
I failed the save. How much damage?
D3 damage.
Okay. It's down to 2 wounds remaining.
Beautiful.
Don't roll a 1 for your hazardous check.
Oh yeah, of course. Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1.
You don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1.
It's on 2 wounds remaining. Do you want to shoot some more guns at it so then you can't charge it and get in range to kill it in the shooting phase, so then you can't?
When you put it so attractively like that, Winters, no, I do not want to
No.
charge it in the face.
So that's the end of your shooting phase.
That's it.
Okay, 6-inch charge from this Terminator to engage the truck. And he gets a 9.
Woo!
And then it's a 9-inch charge from the unit that
These bad
deep struck
boys.
over here. And
Oh
they get
yeah!
an 11.
Come on!
So then you punch the crap out of it with a bunch of power fists.
I did.
Here's my no, it's dead. Does this one blow up?
Don't blow up.
This one doesn't blow up. And you do take that objective.
Yay!
And that is the end of Space Marines turn 4, and you're back on 4 objectives. It's 27 points to 19.
Got to get some good rolls here.
I'm
no
saying
pressure.
there's a chance.
No pressure.
So this lone Terminator down here is still alive
On one
one
wound.
wound, and you get 2 points.
Lost on here, the Land Raider.
Land Raider.
The big 3
3
Winters.
points.
Read it and wait.
And the Land Raider can take it.
You can take it like a champ. This Land Raider. Come on, big money. Big money! Get in 3. Come on
3
now.
for 8 points. It's now a draw, by the way. It's a
Come
draw.
on. Oh, it's
I-
big money.
Well, you just lose a Terminator, but that does
take
put
that.
you 3 points in the lead
Come on now.
as we go into Orks turn 5. So it's 27 points to 30. I'm 3 points behind, but I've got a plan. So cunning, you could put a tail on it and call it a fox. Murphy clearly takes this objective down here from your chaplain.
Clearly,
Mini
yeah.
points.
Clearly, yeah. Bring it.
I tank shock this guy in the middle and take that one with my truck.
Right.
And then the Gorkanaut charges, kills. I don't even need to kill the Land Raider. I've got a higher OC than you, and I take 3 objectives. How'd you like them apples?
1 minute.
What?
Overwatch.
Oh no. Okay.
Here we go.
It's on 1 wound, that Gorkanaut.
1 wound.
If you kill it,
1 wound.
stops
4
me
las cannons.
taking 3 objectives, but you're hitting on 6s.
Hitting on 6s, but I'm re-rolling.
Do you want to fire the heavy bolter at it as well?
Yeah, go on then, I will.
Okay.
We'll do the last cannons first.
Last
alright?
cannons, here we go.
6s. Come on, we just need to see one of these glorious 6s.
No.
Second time of asking. Come on.
No.
No. Heavy bolter. Come on.
6s.
Nothing.
Twinling.
Come on. Come on. No. Nothing.
No.
That's not a sausage.
No.
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 Is that 10 dice and I couldn't do it?
That was many dice.
Awful.
I don't want to shoot him. I'm just going to charge. I've got a CPU reroll and everything.
All right.
So let's charge your Land Raider.
That'll do.
So at the end of the charge phase, the Gorkanaut has smashed that crate out of the way and has taken that objective off the Land Raider. We've charged in with the truck here. We've charged in with Howling Mad Murphy down here. First up for this house of cards to... I need to tank shock this dude. Here's the tank shock. I'm looking for 2 5s or 6s to take this objective. Look.
Oh my God, Winters, that'll do. Is that enough for you?
That's enough.
He's gone.
Completely run him over.
Annihilation.
Okay, let's go on to a Gorkanaut smacking a Land Raider. Hitting it on 3s and 6s explode. And at strength 18, wounding it on...
Oh my God, Winters, you whiffed.
I don't whiff. It's fine. I've got a higher OC, right? I'm good.
True.
I'm good.
At Winters?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you'll still count. How many wounds is it on?
It's on 1.
So... if it scores even 1 point, what's going to happen to it?
If you wound it in close combat, which you definitely won't do.
Oh yeah, I could get it off for this turn. And here we go. Redeem yourself, Land Raider.
Well, I've got some more charging units. We're coming down here.
I'm getting too excited, aren't I?
Choppers. That explodes. 5s on your turn. Nothing. Okay. Power Claw. This is on the War Bikers smacking it. That's 1 hit. And no wounds.
It's a bit embarrassing, this.
War Bikers. Okay, we're going to do the Power Claws. Shh. We're doing the Power Claws into Terminators. These are going to hit on 3s. This is from...
I want you to do well at this point.
The Mega Knobs. I actually managed to hit finally 5 times. 3s to wound. I do 3 wounds. 3 invulnerable saves on the Terminators with the Chaplain. And 1 was on 2 wounds, so I do kill 1.
You do kill 1.
Then Howling Mad Murphy smacks, and he gets 7 hits.
That's more like it, Winters.
You're going to wound on 2s. He gets 7 wounds. Oof. 7 invulnerable saves on those Lightning Claw Terminators. I don't think they're long for this world.
What's the damage of this bad boy?
2 damage, -2, 2 damage. And that kills 2 more?
There's only 1 more left, Winters. We're onto the Chaplain territory now.
Does the Chaplain have 4 or 5 wounds?
It's crucial.
Your Chaplain is alive on 1 wound left. He strikes back at the Mega Knobs.
Let's do this.
Hanging in there like a G.
He is, isn't he?
He hits 4 times.
Oh yeah, because it's 2s, isn't it?
Yep.
He's a badass.
Any wounds on 4s?
That's 3 wounds.
I need threat saves. He doesn't kill any.
Oh.
And then we have the fight back.
The fight of the century
with the
here.
Land Raider.
The Land Raider.
Revving its engines, trying to kill the Gorkanaut.
5 attacks, right?
I think it's 6. 6 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Come on. Redeem yourself.
You hit 4 times. Now
right.
Strength 8.
We need a 5.
You do.
We need a 5. There's 2 5s. There's 2 5s. There's 2 5s. Come on, Winters.
2 3-up saves. I don't
3-up saves.
I don't
2
have
or
CP.
Right. All right. No. You don't need.
I don't need the CP.
That would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good.
I make the saves. And that is the end of Orks turn 3. Right, you were winning by 3 points. Here's the interesting thing. If I roll a 1 and a 1 and a 1 for these, it'll be 30 each and I can't win this game.
So don't roll a 1?
Don't roll a 1.
How hard can it be?
Okay, let's start in the middle over here. That is
It's not
1.
the best start, is it? You've had better
not
starts.
the best start.
We'll put that over here to signify that.
The Gorkanaut and the Land Raider. That's a 1 as well.
Winters, it's prophesied it. He's only got 1 wound left as well.
It kills him as well.
Does he blow up though?
He does blow up. He does, of course.
He's going to do some big damage.
I think it's D6 damage to your Land Raider. That's 4 wounds to the Land Raider.
But hang on though.
To 4 remaining.
No, because it does 3 damage to it.
No. It's that was the explosion, and it does
just...
D6 damage.
And then it does 3 damage to me for the explosion as well.
1 damage to explosion. I rolled a 1.
Oh, did you? Oh, you did,
yeah,
didn't you?
I did. Land Raider's on 3 wounds remaining. It was a noble sacrifice from the Gorkanaut, but I'm still losing. It's still 29 points to 30.
Don't roll a 1 or a 2. I don't want you to roll a 1 or a 2.
If I roll a 1 or a 2, it's 30 points each.
Right. Hey!
It's 32 points to 30 as we go on to Minotaur's turn 5. Here we are in turn 5 for the Minotaurs, and it was at this point that we realised...
We did some Ork maths.
We did some Ork math. How many objectives are you on?
I'm on 4 objectives.
What's the score?
Are you winning by
2.
3? 2?
32 points to 30.
So I can't...
So even if you rolled a 1 and a 1 and a what, you're going to win.
Yeah.
You've won somehow. Let's find out.
You can't say somehow.
Somehow. I just said it. How many points? Let's see how many points you get at the end.
So we'll do this one.
There was an extra D3 to killing the warlord as well, and both of our warlords are rudely still alive.
They're against opposite sides of the table.
They are.
You know how strong each other is. They don't want it. They don't want any of it.
So this one over here, this guy will die. He'll die in explosion, but he takes 3 points like a boss.
Look at that. And he's only got 1 wound left. He makes the ultimate sacrifice.
Well, the Land Raider's on 3 wounds remaining.
Can I kill this Land Raider? I like killing my own models.
No.
Just the 1 point.
That Land Raider?
That Land Raider. He's on 2 wounds left. He's dead.
That's 3, so he's dead. And
He's
then you're
gone.
captain round the corner.
Torvius and the boys, they get 2.
So without lifting a finger or moving a model, the final score is 39 points to the Minotaurs and 32 points to Murphy and his war. And you've got Captain Rura
Torvius,
with
come
some
on!
Terminators there. A Librarian with a Saturnine Terminator in there. And you can jump into a Land Raider on 2 wounds and get the hell out of it.
Chill out and get gone.
And I got a truck, which my Meganobs can't fit in.
We'll
and
try.
some War Bikers and Howling Mad Murphy down here. I was winning, grabbing all the loot. But the irresistible push of the first company of the Minotaurs could not be resisted. And this is the way the world ends. So what the hell, what happened there?
Genius tactics of both the Astartes and Brapscallion's tournament play. I'm doing a teaching course, £400 a month. If you want to come and see how to play tournament play,
Yeah.
come join me. No, it was cool. It was like a proper swingy game because of the points. I really, really liked that. It's a I sort of play a similar mission at the tournament that I run at King of the North.
Yes.
I really like how you simplified it with D6 inches of range of the
D3.
explosion, D3, number of points, number of wounds, and the explosion radius. It just gave it a
roll
little bit more
once.
spice.
Yeah.
And I loved how that it felt like when we were playing earlier,
Yes.
you were almost like running away with it. Like
Yes.
you were like well out in front.
Yes.
But then I just lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I think my list was it wasn't super strong. Like obviously all Terminators sounds a bit scary, but I just got lucky with a lot of invulnerable saves because I've played other games before with loads of Terminators and they fail it. And
Lucky.
They just go.
Did you see my saving in turns 1 and 2?
I saw your saving. I was learning your dice techniques.
Yeah.
Visualizing. I'll run the tactics. You run the dice rolling. We've got it sewn up. Warhammer's done.
Well, can I recommend that 120 hertz microwaves are better than...
Yeah. How many minutes are we talking with us?
It's just 20 seconds.
Just 20. That's all it takes. That's all it
20
takes.
seconds.
A quick blow and then roll. But I really, really like that. The main thing. All jokes aside, the main tactic I sort of figured out halfway through.
Yes.
Was this Death Star of Murphy and the Meganobs.
You stayed away.
I stayed away. Like over on this side, I really wanted to charge him with Torvius, my captain, my new model, and the assault terminators.
Yeah.
But you would have probably crushed me to bits, and it would have been cool, but I wouldn't have got any points, and I would have just got stuck up. So a bit of tactical play, which is a bit different for me. So.
I was surprised by the tactical play as well, particularly when you popped that 1 CP stratagem and then deep struck all the way over here and then didn't fail a charge. And then made the charge and took that off of me.
It's a cool stratagem.
Because that would have been D3 less than you would have got, and I would have got D3 more over here. The thing about getting on all the objectives as well and getting into the lead is, say you're on all the objectives and getting into the lead.
Yeah.
The objectives are blowing up. They're hurting you as you're getting into the lead.
You've got to be able to take it, and that's pretty tough. I suppose the Terminators with a lot of wounds each sort of helped, but
the Orks with lots of wounds each.
you had a lot of models.
I got lots of models that can take it. So Murder Ball is a great thing to have.
It's such a fun way. I love the cards, and I love the more complicated and techie sort of way in playing 40k.
Yes.
But I think this just sort of proves if you have a simple but interesting singular objective, you can have a tactical, fun game that's also nice and easy to play.
Well, it's one of the games that you run up at King in the North. I played a guy in the week, and he said, because I'm doing March of Winters in October for the community and stuff, And I told him, he said, oh, you've got to do Murder Ball. It's my favourite way to play it. You've got to do my Murder Ball. So there you go. There's a compliment to you.
When are tickets on sale for March Madness? Can we say yet?
Next week in the community. Actually, by the time this video comes out,
they'll be on sale.
Everyone in the Winters SEO community will already know. And if you are a member of the Winters SEO community, I love you. Thank you.
We both love you very much.
You know who you are. And
Legends.
You have changed my world. And I very, very much appreciate you. And if you want to join the Winters SEO community, then you can become a Tier 2 channel member, get you in the Discord, and you can join in with the community and all the community events. And Tier 3 gets you an extra battle report every single Winters Wednesday. And
join us on the Discord. I help run the Discord. It's a really cool place. We've got the Hobby Apocalypse Painting Challenge at the moment, where everyone's joining in and painting some models for a month. We're all cheering each other on. There's loads of cool stuff going on there. It's my favourite hobby place on the internet. Come and join us. Come say hello, because we'd love to see you there.
Awesome. Say goodbye, Winters.
Goodbye, Winters.